Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We're giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, stay, but can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Yeah. No change.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, blue 80, 280, 59. Oh, here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now Ryan. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taken in at the 22. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down. Check. Check the gun. Great.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Gun. Check it.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over at the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Newton. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
20.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant's extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Express! I got motion man. Me. I got this. Check 45.
Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for Carolina. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground in there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. That hold coming from the left side of the line. Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing is Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Newton on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Come on. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's...
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Gun, gun, gun. Great. Off.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
"21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Check 24, 6'6", bullet high.
On 1st down, Ryan. And that's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check 31, check 31. Check. 51, stop. Get out.
Throwing again. Ryan looking deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They toss to Freeman. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
From the 24, Ryan steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. it's Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now we give right side McCaffrey. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Play action. It's Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so... And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Ready? Ready? Watch the fly, watch the fly, watch the fly. Watch the fly, motion, block, block, block. Ready?
On first down, it's Newton. Buying time to his left. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Yeah, Greg, Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
To throw again on second down. Newton, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Panthers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike, 45.
Let's set a tone.
Express. Eight.
Out of the gun, Newton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
21. I got one. Mike, check.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
They fake the give. Newton. That is caught at the 7. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who is open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. From the gun on third down, Ryan. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Off play action. Newton. It's caught on the right side at Smith. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can raft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. This from 25 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. From the 27, Ryan. He's going to sling this deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Here's Bryant for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 21-15.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Panthers 15.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Gun.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He's brought down by John Jones. A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Mike, 45.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Great.
Baby, that's baby shot.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller, in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On 2nd and 9, Ryan, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
A great return there. Bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield straight. From the 50, Newton. The open man is Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Back to throw, Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He'll let this go for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Newton. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 66 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the